Hello and welcome. I'm the Curious Curmudgeon. This is QQHQ and it's the first installment of a series I'll be calling Speculation, Spoilers, and Suggestions, in which I'll be offering my ideas on what may be happening in upcoming TV series and movies based on the most official details as they become available. There's every chance I may be wildly off base, but on the chance I may be on target, I've included spoilers and the title of the segment as a possibility. The suggestions will be plot points or casting I would hope to happen, but fall far outside even of the realm of speculation. To start off, I'll be discussing the CW Arrowverse, and especially this year's crossover event. First, props and gratitude to the Black Lion, whose work saved me hours of scrambling through past seasons of the shows on Netflix to research and back up the theory I'll be proposing. In the description below, there are links to his channel and specific videos to which I'll be referring. So, this year's crossover event, possibly more so than any previous one, seems to have gotten fans particularly, let's just say, excited. After years of hints and coy Easter eggs, the Arrowverse is finally introducing officially a character from the Bat family. The reimagined Kate Kane, aka Batwoman, was brought back into DC Universe continuity after one of multiple recent multiversal reboots, becoming the first LGBTQ superhero character to have their own mainstream solo comic book. The casting of Ruby Rose as Kate Kane for the crossover became, sadly but unsurprisingly, controversial, as for some reason everything seems to become divisive anymore. But I digress, and there's more room for that on my blog. For my part, I've only seen Ruby Rose's performance on Lip Sync Battle and clips of her fight scene from John Wick 2, but based on those and her actual biography, I think the casting's spot on, and I'm excited to see her performance. And now, back to the main point of this video. As I've said, among the many references through all of the Arrowverse series to DC Comics proper, plenty of those relate to the Bat family. With these in the back of my mind, following the bits and pieces of info that were released by the CW about the crossover, I began to see an unexpectedly different scenario. And if I'm correct, I think it is genius. I reviewed all of the references to make sure I wasn't misremembering, so I feel confident to share my theory, and won't be too embarrassed if I turn out to be completely wrong. Just to build a little suspense, I'll discuss the clues first. On Earth 1, besides the number of appearances by characters generally associated with Batman, we have had mentions of Bloodhaven, Gotham, Wayne Tech, and finally the Holy Grail of Easter eggs, Oliver's reference to Bruce Wayne. Over on Earth 38, Kara has said that her cousin, Superman, worked with a vigilante. Discussing the drawbacks of being a masked hero with Wynn shot, James Olsen refers to Clark's friend, to which Wynn's response is that he feels they're more frenemies. The crossover is announced, and we're told that we will see Gotham and will be introduced to Batwoman. The subsequent poster shows the known heroes with a cityscape background that includes a bat signal. Later, it's revealed that Superman will be returning for the crossover story, and we will also meet Lois Lane. The title for the crossover arc is then announced as Elseworlds. And most recently, we got the reveal of the full Batwoman costume in another poster that apparently depicts the Gotham that we will be seeing in the storyline. Again, with a bat signal. But look closely and objectively at that signal in both images. What is it that it is this theory of mine? I believe that while there is a Bruce Wayne on Gotham, on Earth 1, who may in fact be Batman as well, that the Gotham we will be introduced to during the crossover is the one on Earth 38, where Superman has been friends with a masked vigilante. But that vigilante is, and only ever was, Batwoman. So hear me out. When Kara mentions the vigilante that her cousin worked with, there's no mention of gender. Although when James and Wynn are discussing masked vigilantes, James mentions a big guy, he's referring to himself. When he refers to Clark's friend, again, there is no mention of gender, nor is there in Wynn's reply. The bat signal, shown in both posters, uses the Batwoman emblem, even to the symbol being red. And yes, there is a Wayne corporate logo on a building in the background. But that may only indicate that the Wayne family exists there also. Just a possibility, Bruce Wayne or even Thomas Wayne may serve the same function for Kate Kane that Lucius Fox serves for Bruce Wayne's Batman. And with the announcement that Superman and Lois Lane will both be appearing in the storyline, it indicates that we'll be spending much more time on Earth 38 than on Earth 1. While the Monitor has been set to appear, and Jeremy Davies' character Dr. John Deegan is apparently John Dee, aka Dr. Destiny from the comics, who would make a fitting substitute for the Psycho Pirate from the Crisis on Infinite Earth storyline? I feel that the use of the title Elseworlds was actually the most blatant clue for this theory, considering that DC Comics Elseworlds titles are stories that take place in different continuities than the main DC universe. Now, some of the reasons I think this idea would be genius are that we already have on Earth 1 Central City and Star City to be the contrasting Metropolis Gotham analogs. But so far on Earth 38, we've mainly seen just National City. We could expand and diversify the Arrowverse by exploring Earth 38's Gotham as National City's darker, grittier, noir counterpart. Also, I've been saying since about 6 episodes into Supergirl's first season, what would vastly improve it would be for her to have her own vigilante opposite number / bestie to work with and spar against. My initial thought was Thorn of Rose and the Thorn, never expecting that we might even get the Bat family involved. And finally, while I don't think of myself as a shipper, I will admit to having a few certain couples that are favorites of mine, with whom the CW has invariably played more than fast and loose, and I've been tolerant. But I can already imagine the chemistry between Kate and Alex, which I imagine after the Sandverse shipping would be called Caneverse. Although I would prefer to be Kalex. Hardcore fans should see what I did there with the Kryptonian robot reference. Oh well. Thanks to a delay in shooting this video, I can also use as potential evidence the recently released behind-the-scenes photo of Tyler Hoechlin in a black Superman costume, as well as the just-released poster showing Grant Gustin in the Green Arrow costume and Stephen Amell in the Flash costume. Although the tagline on this poster, "Destiny will be rewritten," could either be an Easter egg for comic readers or a clue to a different plotline. If the John Deegan character is in fact based on Dr. Destiny from the Justice League comics, his invention, the Materiopticon, gave him the power among other things, to rewrite reality based on people's dreams. Well, there's the theory. Feel free to leave your ideas in the comment section. As for this episode's suggestion, I would really hope that this season we will finally be introduced to Karen Lou Kitty Faulkner, aka Rampage. She could easily be brought in as a radiation specialist assisting Lena Luthor in her research on the Haron-El, which could also be used as the cause of her powers. With a bit of force perspective and some minimal CGI, I bet casting both roles with Ronda Rousey would be nearly ideal. If you've enjoyed any of this, please remember to comment, like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for taking the time to hang out, and stop back again.